That's right. This week, we are going to look at who are you? Quite simply, communication in the self, because we talk to ourselves. Don't say you don't, because you know you do at times. And we're going to look at that because it's important to understand ourselves and understand what makes us up. Just like culture is important, so is who are we and all of the things that make us up. What are our morals, beliefs, values? Where do we stand on different topics? Are we introverted, extroverted? The better you know yourself, the better you are able to communicate to others truthfully, fully, completely. And so we're going to look in chapter 3 at interpersonal communication and the self. And then we're also in chapter 4 going to look at how we perceive others and how perception works. And perception's a very interesting idea because two people can look at the exact same thing and have very different perceptions of what they saw. And I talked a little bit about this in a couple of the quick tips, and I might even have talked about it in a live session. I can't remember. But I talked about it some last week. It's very possible that people look at things very differently for all sorts of reasons, just like with culture. Culture affects us for all kinds of reasons, and we're affected by our experiences and biases and all these things. That affects our perception. And it's important to remember that no one person's perception is the actual full story. There's my view of what I saw and your view of what you saw and another person's view of what they saw. And the truth is really the combination of all of them. And a lot of times we forget that other people perceive things differently than we do. We just naturally assume that everybody sees the same thing that we do and views it the same way and thinks of it the same way. And that's not the case. Now, both of these are important for you working on that I am perception assignment that's due in week 4. All of this stuff helps combine to make all of that come up. So you're going to have that work to do this week, chapter 3, chapter 4. Of course, you'll have the quizzes, chapter 3 quiz, chapter 4 quiz, and the discussion boards as well. And really, there's a reflection paper number 2 also, where you'll look at a scenario and write about how you perceive it, how you think about it, how you would handle it, all of that kind of stuff, just like we did in week 1. But it's important to get these concepts down really well because they are going to factor into that I am assignment that's coming up. That's sort of a big assignment, right? And you want to understand culture and the things we talked about last week, and also who am I? What makes me up? And we'll dive into that, especially on some of the quick tips. And then perception. And one of the quick tips I'm going to show you for the week on perception, it's going to be a really quick video, but the video has this analogy that boom, the light bulb goes off and you instantly get it because of the way it's described in the video. And I don't want to get into it right now, but it's a pretty cool idea. So that's what we're going to look at this week. I am anticipating doing live sessions on Tuesday this week. I will put the announcement on the login page. And I hope that the quick tips helped a little bit. There'll probably be more quick tips this week as we get more and more into the material. Any feedback that you have is very helpful for me for deciding when to do quick tips. Should I do more? Should I do less? Are you watching them? That kind of thing. I am able to go in and see how many people watch and who watch and all of that. So I can track if anybody's even paying attention to these things or not. And if I notice that people aren't really using them or getting anything out of them or even watching them, then I'll back off and not do them as much. But it's an opportunity that you have to get a better understanding or a deeper understanding of some of these concepts, which in turn, of course, help you with some of the assignments you've got coming up. So that's it. Questions, comments, anything like that, shoot me an email. I'll email you back as quick as I can. Live sessions coming up. And of course, I've got my office hours. Looking forward to a great week. I'll see you later.